Yes.
Well, Holiness, for me it's an honor to be here. I'm part of a team of 5 people coming from Cuba.
Oh, Cuba. Oh.
Yeah, from Cuba. And for the first time, we are here invited by Forum 2000s. And we come from a nation fighting for freedom like yours. My question is, what is your spiritual message to a people that has fought for freedom for many years, 45 years, speaking orally, and we think that your message will be very important to a nation that don't know who you are. And we would like to back to Cuba, telling to our people that Dalai Lama has a good message for them.
Karsa. Very serious. Zero. Chuvut. You know, in the past century, there are big differences. Early part of the century, and even the mid-century, and later part of 20th century, I think there are many positive development happen. So then, the totalitarian system, you see, start from Moscow, Bolshevik Revolution, the Lenin, as I mentioned earlier, Lenin is too much. I think Marxist ideology, very good. There are really good part there, but then Leninism, too much tight control. So unfortunately, all the communist, socialist countries, you see, that sort of tight control. That tight control developed during war, civil war. And soon, and then also you see the First World War, and I think during First World War, you see the certain movement, you see start. Then, after Lenin, Stalin, the Second World War. So those wartime, there's certain method, tight control, suspect, and close censorship, these things, right? Censorship, these things. So that, unfortunately, become part of this socialist communist country's system. That's unfortunate. But within the century, that changed, changing. Former the Czechoslovakia, also the totalitarian system changed. Mainly like Havel and some other change, not by force, but by sort of the common sense, I think. So it changed. Now Cuba, also you see comparatively, now changing. So now these things I usually describe struggle between power of gun and the power of truth. So short-term power of gun is much more decisive and powerful. Long run power of truth, much stronger. So people who under difficult circumstances must keep your spirit, your hope, your determination. And in some cases, maybe a little more patience. You should not let, because under emotions, that should not do. As I mentioned earlier, analyze the situation, then how much you can move. Sometimes you see, difficult move, but with firm belief, power of truth, long run will win. And keep your willpower with some patience. Okay. That's my view. Of course, ultimately, you have to take decision. I'm I'm just just share my view. That's all. Yes.
Mm-hmm.